Thanks for clicking on the video. My excitement for season 2 of The Last of Us on HBO is really starting to sink in. I've watched the first season now, literally dozens of times. I can't get over how much I love the show. Actually, I won't lie, with how much time has passed, I find it easier to critique things. I remember when it first came out, I was just all in, It was perfect, couldn't have found a thing to complain about. Now I've watched it literally dozens of times, like I mentioned. There are things that I wasn't as big a fan of as I thought I was at first. Like, I think of the pacing of the show, I think of how there was just a complete lack of infected, we didn't really get to build that bond between Ellie and Joel as much as I would have liked, you know what I mean? It just seemed as though everything happened too quickly, okay? So I'm hoping that coming into season 2, now that they've been filming for a while, we're getting closer and closer, I'm hoping to God that they'll fix those things. I'm reading a lot about how, there are actually going to be fewer episodes in this season, right? I think we had 9 episodes in season 1. They're looking to be doing 6 to 7, I think, in season 2. I'm seeing a lot of that rumoured online, 6 or 7 episodes. Differences though this time around is that they're all at least an hour long. Rumoured to be as long as an hour and 45 minutes, which is a full-blown movie, okay? So I have a lot of faith and a lot of hope, at least, that they're going to put in the right amount of time in season 2 to making sure that all of these story beats are approached correctly, and that they're making sure that the relationships we're building on, they take their time to do that, and so that we can all really care the way we should about these characters, right? Because of course, as much as I loved season 1, there were parts of it that was rushed. I felt like they should have been more delicate, they should have taken more time in building the relationship between Joel and Ellie, as well as other things. Hopefully with the length of these episodes in season 2, they can correct that, right? Because like I said earlier, some of these story beats in season 2, as they're like taking on from the second game, are so complex, okay? It's going to be easy for them to fuck it up. you know what I mean? So hopefully they put their best step forward in this season 2 and they take the time that they should. Overall, Neil and Craig did such a good job with season 1 that they've earned some trust, they've earned some good faith, at least in my mind, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of trust that they will do well with season 2. I'm seeing a lot of the casting, a lot of these characters look as though they make sense, look at Manny, he looks as though about how I would imagine him to look. Mel, I'm not too familiar with these actors and actresses, but I'm sure they've been cast for good reason. Early 2025 just can't come soon enough. I'm so pumped for The Last of Us season 2. I find it really hard to go back and revisit the game, I've tried a few times, but it's just so uncomfortable to play that I'm happy we now have this avenue to experience that story, because playing the second game is just so rough, especially after the first time. Now though guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys.